I think we'll get some positives out of that. Davidson's a good team. They played very well, and I think our guys were prepared, but it was just a different type system. We don't play a lot of teams that shoot a ton of threes, or at least I hope we don't. And I had scouted them probably 4 times in my career at North Carolina, and I was always very nervous for the game just because their style is something that's different and like I said, don't see very often. But after watching the film, I told them the score didn't look that close, but the mistakes we made were little, and it made it balloon up to the margin that it was. But we're going to practice today, we're going to practice tomorrow, and get ready for Campbell. But today's practice is going to be all about us and us getting better. I'm not necessarily worried about Campbell in this practice. We're worried about UNCW and what adjustments, what we need to improve on. I mean, we're not going to change what we're doing. We're just going to improve on what we have been doing and make sure we're, every day progressing towards where we need to be towards the end of the year.
Updates on Elmore and Robinson?
Richmond, Jaquel. Yeah. Jaquel is going to be able to do some things today, 5-on-0, just to see how his calf handles it. And then maybe a little bit more on Friday, and based on today and tomorrow's practices, see if he might be able to do something. I'm not expecting a 100% healthy, rust-free Jaquel Richmond by any means, but to have somebody else to add to the mix and get some minutes, I hope to against Campbell. And then Matt's out for a while. He's going to have surgery on tomorrow on his knee, so he's going to be out for an extended period of time.
How different of a matchup is this one? I mean, they've got a guard that scores a lot of points, and he's not a big man.
Yeah.
He's 5'9", as opposed to what you just faced. Just how different is this one?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked at Campbell that much. I've been worried about us, and I know Coach Manuel, Jackie, has told me a little bit about him, and it's not a common opponent for me per se, because I've never scouted him, I've never played him, but I do know that they got a little guy that takes a lot of shots, and he's the focal point of their offense, and so that will be a little different. I have heard that they do not shoot as many threes as Davidson, and Devontae Cacoc's not going to be guarding, a great three-point shooter and everything. We did prepare for Davidson, but we also prepared UNC. We were preparing UNCW at the time, and so we're going to do the same thing that we do every game. But yeah, we'll have to make some minor adjustments here and there. But I don't want to get into where we're changing our style every single game. That would be too inconsistent for the guys. We got to stick with what we do, and obviously know the personnel. Because even for the Davidson game, I said, hey guys, what have I told you defensively that is not one of our principles that I've been telling you the whole time? And there's not a single one of them. Now I did say, you might have to get a step closer to challenge those shots, because they're not going to be on the three-point line. They're going to be NBA range, and that's all 5 guys. But when we talk about guarding the ball, we talk about pressuring as much as we can without getting beat anyway, whether you're a 5-man or a 25-man. It doesn't matter. So it is going to be different, obviously. I mean, they're totally different styles per se, I would assume, because nobody's like Davidson. But we'll get prepared for them tomorrow when we need to prepare for them.
It doesn't seem like you're terribly disappointed, even though that spread was so great against Davidson. Is it because they just did so many things right, and you guys, you liked what you guys were doing still?
Yeah. During the course of a game, you have so many things going through your mind. Like, I obviously didn't think we played great, and I didn't think we played well, and I was shocked when I watched the tape that I really liked our pace. Like, I thought our pace of play was good. When I was watching it as the game unfolded, I was thinking we weren't playing our pace offensively. But looking back, I thought we did, and defensively, their half-court stuff that we really prepared for, that I was really worried about, they didn't get their shots in their half-court stuff, their threes. They got their threes out of offensive rebounds, which I was disappointed in because we stressed that should be an advantage for us. Rebounding, every single game we play this year should be an advantage for us. how we crash the boards, how I want our team to crash our boards. Not because we're going to be more athletic and bigger and all those kind of things, because our style, we have 3 guys that are supposed to crash the boards every time down on the offensive end, and our 2 man's supposed to go to the long rebound spot. So I always think that's going to be a huge positive. Well, it wasn't. And I told the guys, any offensive rebound Davidson gets is 3 points. It's going to be automatic. They're going to get a wide open 3 out of it because you can't get picked up quick enough. So was I disappointed? Yes, I'm always disappointed when you lose and don't play well enough. But in looking at the tape, it wasn't like it was a total failure. Like, oh, we're going backwards. We're not progressing. Like there's just those little things that we can improve on. That would we have won the game if we improved those things a little bit? No. But we've been in the game, and maybe they feel some pressure. Who knows?
Has this week been different preparation-wise than when you didn't have games to prepare for? You're preparing for that one game. Have you guys kind of tweaked things just differently that you saw need to change?
We've done more preparing because it is 2 games, I should say. But I don't think we've changed what we're going to do. We did a lot of different things against Davidson defensively, and we had worked on some of them knowing that Peyton Aldridge could do that. We worked on doubling him in the post. We worked on our bigs getting around screens to get out there to contest. And so the one thing we did not work on was having a little guy guard him. And so the second half, we started tie on him, knowing that because Peyton, at the beginning of the game, he made a couple tough turnaround jump shots over Marquis, and those were tough 2s. It saves us a point. And so I was fine with that. You challenge them, they shoot over you. That's what you can do. You hope he misses. When he started feeling comfortable and stepping out and shooting the 3s is when we needed to really make that adjustment and do something to get into him. I didn't want Devontae to be overly aggressive and have 3 fouls right away in that first half and have to sit on the bench because, needless to say, he's producing a lot for us. And so that's why we started small to push him off the line. So then what he did, he went back into the post. Well, we worked on doubling, and so as soon as we double, he'd throw it out, and then we had to, shift our defense to trying to give up 3. So I thought it was good that we did a lot of things, and everybody adjusted well. They just adjusted better. And sometimes if you have an experienced bunch like they have, they know exactly what they're supposed to do and exactly where they're supposed to be. He's been coaching those guys, probably Peyton Aldridge, 250 practices, 100 games. Who knows? A lot. I've been coaching these guys. Today's practice 27. So I was pleased with how we made some adjustments throughout the course of the week, throughout the course of a couple of days, and those kind of things.
I know it's early, 2 games in. Do you monitor minutes knowing that it's a long haul and you just don't want those minutes kind of just building up on some guys?
A little bit. I want Jeffrey Gary, Jay Estime, Jackie, Trey Kalina to get minutes throughout the course of the season. So if it is February and Devontae gets sick and Jordan Talley sprains his ankle, it's not the first time they're going to play more than 2 minutes. If that was one game to win all the marbles, do I adjust my lineups? Probably. But I'm trying to develop these guys for the long haul for UNCW's program to be successful. And does that cost you 2 points here and there? It might. Does it gain us 2 points here and there later? I hope. So, yeah, definitely.
You probably hit it on a Saturday. Just the atmosphere here at Trask when you went out there. Surprised how even for a first game, against Wesleyan?
Absolutely. Shocked, excited, all those kind of things. It was great. It was a great atmosphere, better than I had imagined. But to be honest, everything since I've been here has been better than I had imagined. And I'm coming from a pretty good place. It's not like I'm coming from a place that usually there's 2 people in the stands, where basketball wasn't important. So for me to be impressed and pleased is a credit to the fans, the support, the university, everything so far. It's been great.
You mentioned it. Kaycock's obviously been great for you guys, and you talked about getting minutes for some of these other guys. How else are you trying to develop them to get more out of them, more points throughout the day?
Yeah, just talking with them, whether it's after a practice, meeting with them individually, letting them know what they did well, what I'd like them to do better, things for them to work on. I had a couple individual meetings today with players, just saying, hey, I know it's only 2 games, and I'm not going to do this every 2 games, but I want you to get some feedback, as opposed to them thinking things and me thinking things and neither of us knowing what each other is thinking. We all got to be on the same page, and win or lose, I think it's very important. Devontae and Jordan Talley have been terrific. Jordan had 5 assists, 3 turnovers in the first game. He had 12 assists, 2 turnovers in the second game, and that's exactly what I want my floor general doing. And Devontae, I still want more, and he's averaging 20 and 16 or whatever it is, something crazy. But he'll be the first to tell you that I want him to get the ball more. And I assume the team will all say, yeah, I think Coach wants the ball to go to Devontae more. But the opposing teams know that too. That's no secret, and he's capable of it. But the other guys know that they have things that they need to get better at, to get more minutes. But I still am going to give everybody opportunities along the way to develop them. Now, if they are not to a point and it's a we have to win game, well then, I'll think about it. But we're not at this, if we lose, our season's over. And so until then, and until I think their opportunities should be minimized, I'm going to keep sticking with everybody.